guys, I'm really excited to get started on this. I'm Caroline. I love to talk about money. It's this weird thing that a lot of people don't like to talk about, and I'm super excited to talk about it basically all the time. It's kind of problematic sometimes. People are like, I just bought this. I'm like, did you save money? Did you get a coupon? So that's one of my big things is I love to talk about it. I love to save money. I love to help other people to learn how to do all of those things too. We are going to get into some of the ways that you can cut your expenses and find new ways to save for whatever your goals are, whether they are saving money, investing, paying off debt, buying a lake house, going to travel once everything can open up, getting a new bag, whatever it is, whatever your goals are, we want to help you make those things into a reality. So, while we were talking about things that are going to be helping you stay mindful about your spending, here's some pro tips because I love to help you guys find new ways to save because I'm a cheapskate. Down in my very core, I am a cheapskate. I love to talk about saving money in every way, shape, or form. So one of my favorite things to do is to disconnect any kind of card from Amazon, from anywhere that you shop online. Make sure that you're not keeping it inside of your browser because the goal is to put distance between you and your spending. So if you are an impulse shopper on Amazon, it's so easy to just swipe that little buy now button. We don't want that to happen, right? We want to make sure that you are able to separate yourself a little bit and think about the purchase. Ask yourself if this is really what I want. Is this something that I want, or is it just a shiny object that's going to distract me in this moment and then I'm probably going to regret later? And then it might, if it's a piece of clothing, it might wind up in the back corner of my closet, never worn because I bought it on a whim because I was bored. Nobody wants that to happen. So when you disconnect your credit card online, this is just a practical piece. If you disconnect your credit card, it will make sure that you don't just spend willy-nilly. It will help you to actually, like, as you're walking to your wallet to make this purchase, to get it, and then you have to enter it in. And this whole time you're thinking, is this what I want? Is this really what I want? And that will help you to kind of be able to see through, is this a shiny object? Is this a squirrel distracting me? Anybody see the movie Up? Squirrel, squirrel. That's how it is when you are shopping online. You feel like you're constantly all over the place, getting pulled in like 800 different directions. So being able to say, is this what I want? And then have to go to your bag, get your card, and intentionally put in those numbers, it will make sure that you are in that process. You're thinking, is this really what I want? It's not as easy anymore, and that helps you to think. So this is another one of my practical tips is when you're shopping, when you're out shopping and you see something, keep your eye on where it is and leave it there. And walk around the rest of Target, walk around the rest of Home Goods, whatever it is. And if in 30 minutes you come back to that and you still want it, then you can have it as long as it's in the budget. As if you have, $50 and you're like, this is perfect. This is everything that I wanted. You can get it. Absolutely. Especially if you keep the receipt, bonus points. Make sure that you are giving yourself time to think about something before you buy anything. Give yourself 30 minutes of cool down to say, is this what I want? And then this is one of my favorite things to pro tips that's going to help you plan for fun. That's what I'm talking about when I say keep some of the money aside in your budget for whatever you think is fun. In my house, my husband and I both have fun money accounts of $20 a week, and he spends his all by Tuesday afternoon. I, however, have an account right now that has like $520 in it because I don't like to spend money. This is my problem in life is I don't spend money. If I'm given the opportunity, I won't spend. He will blow through money in like 2 seconds. But the point is we have budgeted money for whatever it is that we want to spend money on. And it's a small amount. It's not going to break the bank, but we have that money in the budget. So we know if we each spend $20 on something that we think is fun, it's not going to blow the budget. It's not going to mean that we're not going to have enough money for rent. It's not going to mean that we can't pay our electric bill this month. It's in the budget built in already. And that's what I mean. It's not a bad thing. There is no good or bad when it comes to what expenses you want to keep. It's all about what matters to you. So this is my favorite example about budgeting and saving is I want you to think about your budget kind of like a diet. We all know what it's like to have been on a diet where it's you cut out your favorite food group, whatever it is. We'll call it sugar because I'm I'm a sugar addict. Like, I have no problem admitting that. I know that it's bad for me. I know that I shouldn't be eating it. So what do we do at the beginning of every year? We say, I'm not going to eat sugar. I'm not going to drink caffeine. And you're doing great on day 1, but come day 3, you're like scratching your face off like, forget it. I can't do this anymore. And you wind up eating an entire cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. But that's exactly what it's like with budgeting. If you don't budget for fun, if you're cutting all of the things out that you love cold turkey, you're setting yourself up for a binge. That's what's going to happen. If you give yourself room for fun, you are giving yourself kind of an out. You're saying, I need to stick within this parameter. So call it 20, call it 50, call it 100. There is no right or wrong with this. Whatever it is that you think is reasonable to set aside for fun money, that's your parameter. You can't go over it unless you want to save this week's and next week's and have it together. There's nothing wrong with that either. Everything in moderation, guys. Same thing with dieting. Everything in moderation. If you're saying, I really shouldn't be eating a whole lot of cheesecake, but on Fridays, I'm going to eat myself a slice and I'm not going to feel bad about it. And it's not going to be the whole cheesecake because I'm saying I am looking forward to that slice and I will savor it and I will appreciate it. I'm saying the exact same thing about budgeting. The exact same thing. I'm going to savor that trip to Home Goods. I'm going to savor that takeout. I'm going to savor that pedicure. I'm going to savor that massage, whatever it is, because I know that I have it in the budget. And then I can go back to not frivolously spending tomorrow.